Welcome back. Do not forget to hit the like button and subscribe. Asiwaju Tinubu is my father, but I will never endorse him for president in 2023, says Adetoun Onajobi. Let's get into the details. Few moments ago, Channels Television shared a video showing the moment a Nigerian human rights activist named Adetoun Onajobi was interviewed concerning the fast approaching presidential election. The host of the interview, Ebuka Obi-Chendu, asked the human rights activist concerning her opinion about the presidential ambition of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu of the All Progressive Congress APC, and she said, "Asiwaju Tinubu is my father, but I will never endorse him for president in 2023. The human rights activist is of the opinion that whenever a new party becomes the ruling party, All Progressive Congress APC, the opposition, People's Democratic Party PDP, appears like it functions no more. To her, this is not something good in politics because the ruling party will later become somehow unbeatable politically." On the end of the interviewer, Ebuka Obi-Chendu, the fast approaching presidential election will reveal many things about the realities of Nigerians' politics. So, what are your thoughts concerning what the human rights activist said about the political gladiator Asiwaju Ahmed Bola Tinubu? Flood my comment section and tell me what you feel about what you just listened to. Tinubu's lifelong ambition is to become the president of Nigeria, and he is seeing to it that he is going to become one in no time. The presidential election is fast approaching to come 2023. Who do we think is going to become the next president of Nigeria? Well, let's wait and see. We can see that a lot of people have turned a side eye to Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu becoming the president. Not everyone wants him to become the president because people feel he isn't capable. Some people are scared because he is sick. And we can recall that a video which showed Tinubu with shaking hands while he was giving a speech went viral. And a lot of people had different things to say about that speech, about his shaking hand. And they say that he is sick and he should go and rest. And a lot of people have been talking about how he should not come into power, he should go and rest, that he already has a lot of money, that what is he still looking for and all. And people don't know that everything is not about money. People need power. Power is intoxicating, and once you have tasted it, you would not want to go back. And some people are saying that he should continue with his godfatherism, that it fits him better than contesting for presidency. Because why does he want to go for a post that he might not even do well? Because people are saying that we do not want a sick president. We have tried this with Muhammadu Buhari, and most of the times Buhari is not always in the country. He leaves the country at every given moment, and most time people think it's an official visit, and or maybe he went to visit the president of this country or to talk about how to make Nigeria better. But most times it boils down to the fact that he goes out for medical checkups. He goes out to go and check his health. So people are scared that if we put a president that is weak, old, tired, and sick, how is it going to work? Because it's high time that people are saying that it's high time that everyone realizes that majority of the time Buhari is outside the country. It's not in the country. So at the end of the day, he can't rule a country outside of the country. And that's why a lot of things are going on and he's keeping quiet on them. Some people have even made mention of him, of the Buhari we have now being a clone, that the real Buhari is dead and all. But nobody has been able to say it's facts. Nobody has been able to find out if it's true or not. But we see what people are saying, and they do not want that mistake they made with Muhammadu Buhari to happen again. Well, a lot of people actually have a lot of things to say about all this happening. And Adegboyega Alonge said, I'm afraid things will still be in this order of condition if we don't put things right. Let us sit right and think so that we do not enslave ourselves again. If we make this mistake again, this situation will be worse than this, and it might take us a longer time to overcome this. I want you to know that bad egg in your domain is better than good eggs that are far away from you. A lot of people are talking that let's not make the same mistake again, because at the end of the day, everything would still be the same. That it's high time we make a change. It's high time we do things better. It's high time we stop looking for APC, PDP. We all know that APC and PDP are the two ruling parties. People are saying, why don't we try other parties? Why don't we try other upcoming parties? That we already have this notion in our head that if it's not APC or PDP, we're not voting. Because those are the two prominent and ruling parties in Nigeria. So people already have this notion that when it's not APC or PDP, then that party is not good. So a lot of people have bought this notion. Why don't we try out new parties? Why don't we see how they work? Why don't we see what they are able to deliver for us, for this country? Why can't we just make a change? Let's see how it's going to work. We can't keep on saying, oh, if it's not PDP, it's APC. If it's not PDP, it's APC. Let us try and see if any other party can eventually serve Nigeria well. And people are thinking that APC and PDP are the two ruling parties. So what's the use of taking another party? If it's not APC or PDP, then it's nothing for a lot of Nigerians. And that is why these Yoruba agitators have said, what's the use? These presidents, these politicians, they keep online and doing the same thing over and over again. They talk about how they care for security. They talk about how they care for all these things. But at the end of the day, they don't live up to their expectations. So why don't we just make our own separate nation? We see people like Sunday Igboho, Professor Banji Akintoye. We see people like Nnamdi Kanu, who is ongoing trial now because IPOB has been tagged and has been found as a terrorist group. So we see these people saying, let's have our own nation. Let us have our own nation. Let us try it out. Let's rule ourselves. Let everyone have a say in the administration. The fact that in Nigeria we can't speak up or talk when things are wrong is a red flag. It's a big red flag. Because anytime we try to condemn what the president is doing, a lot of people get arrested. Some people get killed, kidnapped, and all that. We can recall that before Buhari entered into power, he talked about how he was going to stop insecurity, because during that period was when this Chibok girl's abduction happened. And we saw how Jonathan talked about how he's going to tackle insecurity, as he's a military man, so he's going to bring his military experience and all. But we're not seeing all of that. So people have to be careful about everything going on. We should choose wisely.